Well, it's Saturday, May 1st. Gorgeous day. I just dropped off my daughter's coffee house on wheels. So, as I process our delays in seeing justice in America, I try to understand God's point of view first, right? What is God up to? Because he's more interested in the hearts of men than, political success of certain folks, right? And I just look at it like you can't just automatically be a good leader if you haven't been trained to be a good leader by God. Circumstances, adversity, trials, tribulations, that's what makes people good leaders. They've been through a process of training, not college. That's good to have, mechanically, educationally. But then there's how do you handle adversity? How do you handle certain types of personalities? How do you handle your own anxiety? Because you're going to have anxiety when you have lots of responsibility. And it takes a while to get good at handling those kinds of things. So I've kind of transitioned from looking at all the back channel information. I followed Q from the beginning. So I've studied it, thought about it, processed it. I follow lots of different truth-telling people. I just know that everything is a lie right now. I just know, this is what I know. The current process of administration, organized efforts to try to make America not America is not going to work. They're just delaying the inevitable. So if we can just let that kind of run its course, get involved in local politics if you can, if you have time. Stand for truth in your workplace. Build one-on-one relationships and start to red pill folks. But do so in a way that's winsome and in a loving way, right? Now, when I go on Facebook, I'm not trying to be winsome. Sometimes, but most of the time, I'm just declaring truth. Like Donald Trump won the election, in case you didn't know. Because there is a day when that will come out, and they're going to look back, all the folks, and they're going to say, you know what? Jonathan just held his ground. He never budged. He never moved. Truth will win. Justice will prevail. And I think at that point, if God wants me to lead, a group of people to reform our area, to overhaul education, to, just make our town a better place to live, get the politics in order where we're all supporting each other versus stupid arguments over territory, arguments over who's right, who's wrong versus like what's best for the community, putting the community first, putting other people first, loving your neighbor as yourself. That's hard. How do you get there, right? How do you get to a place where you actually can love your neighbor as yourself? Well, it ain't going to happen from a political point of view. So you have to have a spiritual interaction with God, and he helps you rebuild the inner man. And that's the only way we're going to see a better America, is a rebuilt inner man, one-on-one, everywhere in the country. And that's us preaching the gospel one-on-one and in our Bible studies, in our homes, at our churches that are still preaching the gospel. That is how we're going to see a changed America, is because people are living out the gospel. They're actually walking it out. And the other aspect is what they're trying to do to our country is put forth a false morality at the university level and at the governmental level with equity versus equality. Equity is only going to be mediocrity at its worst, where everybody gets crumbs and a few elite get all the wealth. We don't want equity. We want we want equal rights for all, and we want to remove skin color from the conversation. We have to remove skin color. So like my slogan would be, skin color doesn't matter. You know, Black Lives Matter, then it's White Lives Matter, then it's Blue Lives Matter. Well, I'm saying skin color doesn't matter. It doesn't. And we have to push forth at the collegiate level, the scholastic level. Skin color doesn't matter. It's a stupid argument. It gets us nowhere. It will not heal our land. So we got to think, how can we build an argument, a big argument, a public argument that will heal the land? You know, so Make America Great Again, obviously they twisted that and made that elitism of white people, you know, going back to slavery. I mean, I don't know how they did that, but they did it. They killed it. So you can't use that, you know, out of your own mouth. Keep America Great, they twisted that as well. So I'm the kind of person, I'm always trying to find the slogan that works, that is, it breaks down the walls of separation, and where we can honestly say we're done with the two-party duality, the uniparty. It's done nothing for us. The Democrat-Republican argument is a terrible argument, and nobody wants to do it really anymore. So my suggestion is we stop funding these parties. We stop giving them money. No money for the Democrats, no money for the Republicans. They'll figure it out that, hey, you know, we're drying up here. And we figure out who to give the money to, like Sidney Powell defending the Republic, like whatever Mike Lindell's doing, or whatever Flynn is doing. We give money to the things that are restoring our nation. So those are some thoughts for today, and I hope they help. And may God bless our nation.